On Monday, former President Donald Trump criticized Democrats for intentionally misinterpreting his weekend remarks, in which he warned of a bloodbath if he lost the election in November. Joe Scarborough, the guy who looks like the kid with the banjo up on the bridge in Deliverance, well, he gave a typical response of what all the other idiots in the fake news media said about this. Give it a listen.
He's talking about a bloodbath for America. It's laid out in the terms of it. And these idiots on Twitter,
who's an idiot?
These idiots on cable news, these idiots on Sunday shows going, well, president, he was talking only about the auto industry, and this is one more. It's just bullshit. Let me say that at 6:15 a.m. It's just bullshit. He knew what he was doing. We're not stupid. Americans aren't stupid.
They're not.
He was talking about a bloodbath. Sometimes a bloodbath means a bloodbath. And when he finishes by saying, and that's just going to be the least of it, seriously, these people may be stupid. We're not.
Actually, Joe, you're a moron. And everyone else in the fake news industry that went that route is a moron. Because when you hear exactly what Trump said, you're going to say to yourself, well, why did they do that? Because they're called fake news for a reason. All right, so here is what President Trump actually said over the weekend. And you have to listen. It's a minute long. You got to listen to the whole thing because otherwise you won't get the full context. And when you do, you'll realize that the fake news people, they took it out of context intentionally. Give it a watch.
Has taken over a period of 30 years, 34% of the automobile manufacturing business in our country. Think of it. Went to Mexico. China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole, that's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
So when you hear in full context what he said, he was talking about the auto industry. There will be a bloodbath. See, the difference is Trump supporters, people who like his policies, like the people who are behind him and out in the audience, people who actually work for a living, people in the auto industry, right? Unions and all, they love that speech. That speech was very pro-American, but that's because they take him seriously when the fake news media takes him literally. So they heard the word bloodbath and they thought, ooh, so we're going to be able to say he's going to draw another January 6th of violence. But when you fully listen to the context, you realize that the fake news media people constantly sound like the south end of a northbound horse. Trump responded to all this nonsense by writing on Truth Social. He said, the fake news media and their Democrat partners in the destruction of our nation pretended to be shocked at my use of the word bloodbath, even though they fully understood that I was simply referring to imports allowed by crooked Joe Biden, which are killing the automobile industry. The United Auto Workers, but not their leadership, fully understand what I mean. With the electric car mandate being pushed by Biden, there soon won't be any cars made in the USA unless I'm elected president, in which case auto manufacturing will thrive like never before. MAGA 2024. Now that you have everything in context, you know that the fake news media is working on a double-digit IQ collectively. All right, guys, smash that like button if you think the mainstream media needs a reality check. And subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Please share these videos with like-minded friends who want to stay informed with what's really going on. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.
Politicians, oh so slick, promise change with every trick, but their words, they just deceive, leaving us with not to believe. Oh, politicians, they suck so bad, never